Welcome back, everyone. Today's explainer is, frankly, a bit of a tough love masterclass. We're looking at a massive shift happening right now in the engineering world. If you're trying to break into tech or land a senior engineering role by building basic tutorial-level AI projects, you are unfortunately wasting your time. Today, we're going to break down exactly why those basic AI wrappers are failing completely, both on resumes and in enterprise production, and how you can build the robust, next-generation AI systems that actually get you hired and solve real problems. Okay, let's dive into this. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll be covering the end of AI wrappers, why AI projects fail, the new engineering standard, projects that get you hired, agents that print money, and finally, the modern AI tech stack. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. The End of AI Wrappers.
Here's a harsh but completely unavoidable truth. Right now, literally everyone is building basic chatbots. You know the drill, taking a React front end, slapping an OpenAI API call inside it, and calling it a day. But if you're building a Netflix clone, a basic to-do app, or just another PDF chatbot, guys, the recruiter reviewing your resume has already seen 40 of them today before lunch. And honestly, they're probably entirely sick of them. Because AI coding assistants can spin these up in a single weekend, the barrier to entry has completely plummeted. Having a basic AI project on your resume isn't a differentiator anymore. It's just noise. So, we're seeing this massive divide in the industry. On one side, you've got the tutorial tier. These are your shallow applications. Netflix clones, to-do apps, basic API wrappers. On the other side is the production tier. Hiring managers today absolutely do not just want someone who can call an API. They're hunting for strategic thinkers who can engineer complex systems. They want to see agentic orchestration, which means you can manage multiple AI agents working together seamlessly. They want telemetry, meaning you're actively tracking what your system actually does. And they want evaluation-driven development to prove your AI actually works. The takeaway here, you've got to move from building 10 shallow apps to mastering one deep, complex system. All right, Section 2. Why AI projects fail. It turns out it's not just junior devs struggling with this. A recent Gartner report actually warned that the massive hype around AI is drastically outpacing functional real-world results. They project that by 2027, a staggering 40% of agentic AI projects will be completely canceled. 40%. Right now, so many enterprise projects are just early-stage experiments, driven way more by hype, just pure vibes, than actual solid engineering strategy. So, why exactly are these massive, multi-million-dollar enterprise projects collapsing left and right? Well, there are a few key culprits. First step, unclear business outcomes. Basically, they're building AI just to say they have AI, without actually solving a real pain point. Second is immature risk and governance. They just don't know how to secure their data properly. Third, massive infrastructure costs. Fourth, they're completely misusing the term AI agent to describe what is in reality just a basic rule-based chatbot. And finally, a total lack of evaluation frameworks. They ship an AI that looks absolutely amazing in a controlled demo, but then it completely hallucinates and falls apart in real-world production. If you want to get hired, your portfolio needs to scream that you know exactly how to avoid these enterprise pitfalls. Moving on to Section 3, the new engineering standard. Okay, so the absolutely crucial concept here is agentic AI. Let's be clear, this is not a chatbot that just sits there waiting for you to type a prompt. Agentic AI is intelligent software designed to take autonomous action, make decisions, and adapt over time without human intervention. It is stateful. It remembers what happened in previous steps, and it dynamically routes work based on that context. This right here, this is exactly what heavy hitters like Microsoft, Google, and the top AI labs are pouring their resources into building right now. Next up, we need to talk about MCP, or the Model Context Protocol. You absolutely need to have this term in your vocabulary. Think of MCP as a universal standard. It's essentially the USB-C port for AI. It's how you securely connect these AI models to external tools, local databases, and internal APIs. Now, most developers out there are only consuming MCP servers, but if you can build an MCP server that, let's say, exposes a local SQLite database so an AI can query it securely, you are instantly showing a deep, nuanced understanding of modern AI infrastructure. Section 4, projects that get you hired. Let's look at 4 specific technical blueprints. Blueprint number 1 is a multi-agent orchestration system. Instead of forcing one AI to do absolutely everything, and usually doing it poorly, you build a system of specialized agents. Imagine building your own AI software engineer. Step 1, you have a planner agent analyze a GitHub issue. Step 2, a researcher agent fetches the relevant codebase. Step 3, a synthesizer drafts the actual code fix. And finally, Step 4, an orchestrator reviews it and autonomously opens a pull request. By building a flow like this, you're proving you understand complex state management and conditional logic. It is light years beyond just chaining a few simple prompts together. Blueprint number 2, a RAG system. But crucially, a RAG system with an evaluation layer. Look, everyone and their mother has built a basic retrieval augmented generation app where you just chat with a PDF. Honestly, it's a bit boring now. What actually makes it impressive is using a framework like RAGAS to quantitatively measure its accuracy. You need to evaluate faithfulness, meaning, is the answer actually supported by the context provided, and precision. Is the system pulling the right data chunks in the first place? If you can show a recruiter a chart proving you improved context precision from 40% to 80% just by changing your chunking strategy, that is a massive, true engineering result. All right, blueprint number 3, local edge models. I feel like this area is strategically underbuilt right now. A lot of enterprise industries, think healthcare, finance, defense, they have incredibly strict privacy constraints. We're talking HIPAA compliance. They absolutely cannot just send their proprietary data to a cloud API. So if you can deploy a quantized local model, meaning it's been compressed so it runs efficiently on smaller hardware, like Google's Gemma or Llama 3, and run it locally on a laptop or even something like a Raspberry Pi, you're solving a massive real-world commercial constraint. You're showing you can actually work at the model layer, not just making surface-level API calls. And blueprint number 4 is kind of the ultimate showpiece, the AI portfolio twin. Picture this. A recruiter visits your website and actually gets to chat with an AI clone of you about your specific work experience. To build this, you'd set up a sleek Next.js UI, secure it with clerk authentication, and use Sanity CMS connected via an MCP server as your backend knowledge base. But here's the real kicker. You have to apply topic guardrails so the AI politely refuses to answer inappropriate or off-topic questions. It actively reads your resume data dynamically from the CMS to answer things like, what are your core skills? It's interactive, it's deeply technical, and man, it provides massive social proof. Section 5. Agents that print money. $20,000. Think about that number for a second. That is exactly what a traditional dev shop quoted to build an MVP for a specific web application. But by utilizing a coding agent named Pixel, the actual cost to build and maintain that entire platform was just a $200 monthly API subscription. That's it. An agent doesn't sleep, it doesn't burn out, it just continuously iterates. And that right there is the sheer power of replacing expensive, repetitive labor with highly tuned autonomous systems. To put this into perspective, let's look at some real-world metrics from active builders out there. Content agents that analyze platform algorithms to suggest top-tier ideas, they've generated over $2,150 a month in direct revenue for creators. In an agency setting, automating all the grunt work, things like report writing and CRM updates, literally allowed a team to double their client capacity, going from 20 clients to 40 with 0 new human hires. Even in crypto, automated agents running sentiment analysis and executing trades are netting hundreds of dollars a month. The goal here isn't just to build a shiny new toy. It's about creating automation that frees up your time and genuinely scales revenue. Section 6. The modern AI tech stack. So, what are the actual tools you need to build all this? For multi-agent orchestration, you really want to be using Python and LangGraph to explicitly control your agent transitions and state. For local LMMs, a llama is pretty much the standard right now for handling quantization and running models like Gemma or Llama 3 locally. For your advanced RAG pipelines, you'll want to combine LangChain and a vector database. But remember to prove your worth by bringing in RAGAS for that crucial evaluation layer. And for that standout AI portfolio we talked about, combine Next.js 16, Sanity CMS for your data, and Clerk for authentication. Mastering the specific stack signals to anyone hiring that you are a serious modern engineer. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. I want you to take a hard look at your current projects and ask yourself, are you just blindly building tools for AI by wrapping APIs? Or are you engineering robust systems where AI is autonomously building tools, analyzing data, and generating real value for you? The bar has officially been raised for 2026, guys. You need to pick one deep, complex problem, grab this modern tech stack, and go build a system that unequivocally proves your worth. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.